the way that we lose the game, and I think in the way that we perform wasn't the plan, or wasn't the way that we wanted to compete. But we need to keep going, because I think we cannot lose the focus only for 2 defeats. And when 10 days before, I think we were talking after Aston Villa that we deserved to win, and we were competing really well. Yes, of course, disappointed, but knowing that in football this type of thing happen, and more in a club that like now Chelsea, that we are doing things different than in the past, and to be consistent is the most difficult thing now.
Obviously, it's always really difficult, really emotional. Managers have been caught out before talking just after a bad performance and a bad result. You said that none of you were good enough 100%. Do you stick by that?
Sorry, what I say?
You said no one was good enough. The coaches, the players, 100% good enough.
Yes, I want to clarify, because after, now I am watching more the TV and the media than before. And some guy take advantage of some situation to take, out of context to my words. Because that question came from my press conference after, post-match press conference after Wolf. And a question was, are the players good enough to be on the top 4, top 6, or are good enough? I said, today we were not good enough, and me the first. Because after he's about to say, no, Pochettino said that the players are not good enough. What? No. It's not to take out of context my word. Today, or in this game, we were not good enough. And that is the reality. I'm not going to hide the reality. That is why, be careful in the way that you took, or people took my words. Not you, Gary, but some people is take advantage of, or some situation in a period that maybe we lose some game, to the opportunity to say things that never appeared in my mouth. That upset me a little bit, but it's part of this business. The most difficult is to explain my wife when I arrive. Say, why you say that the players are not good enough? Because they say, look, that this guy is world champion. I say, no, I never say that. Do you know what I need to do last night? To show the press conference after the post press conference. That is not a show. It's the reality that we are living. That is why the responsibility is massive. Look, I am a coach, a head coach, and sometimes we can make a mistake, but that is football, and that happened, and we need to keep moving and keep being strong. Because I think we have very good group of players for different reasons that we are explained from the beginning of the season. We are not performing in the way that the people expect, and always when the expectation is different to the reality, it's difficult to get what you deserve. That is why it's so impatient. The patience never arrive. After lose, again Liverpool was massive fail. Oh, look Chelsea, how bad it is. And of course, they lose now Liverpool against Arsenal, and I didn't listen nothing about, but there was a similar result when we play against Liverpool, and look what happened with Liverpool. That is affecting the player, because we are a team that we need the confidence, we need all the support, and we need all the support. Our fans need to be in behind. That is a different Chelsea, and the people need to realize that situation. And we cannot send different message or different wrong, things to the people, and the people believe that start to singing things that are not happen. That is why we need the support. Of course, we are demanding the support to the team, to the players, because I know the quality, and we know the quality of the player. The players have an amazing quality. The only problem is take time to build a team. And that is, the reality that we need to translate to the fans, and the fans to be patient. Of course, that we are going to find a way to succeed. Too many things that we need to fix before to talk about tactics or about to talk football, but we are entitled to fix all the things. As soon as possible, for sure, we are going to perform and be in the position that the club deserve. Sorry, Gary, too long there.
It was good that you clarified side.
Thank you.
You say you've got quality and you say you need time, but do you also need desire? Do the players need desire? Because Ben Chilwell, who was captain, said that Wolves wanted it more.
Yes, another wrong, because when you listen, Chile never say that. They said that we didn't win the duels when it was 50-50, they won. But it's, I don't know, that was malinterpretation of the word sometimes. When the result like we suffer against Wolverhampton, I think happened, we are Chelsea, and everything is bigger than normally, and always is to try to find some word to put, and to create a big history. I was talking with Chile, and never was the intention to say that the team didn't show desire. I think the effort was there, and I think for different reasons we didn't perform. But I think I am not complaining. I'm not going to complain about the attitude. The attitude of the player always were good. For different reasons we are not performing. That's difficult to explain to here and neutrally to the fans, but they need to trust in us. The most important thing in football is to trust, and we need to feel the trust, the coaching staff, the player, and then I think more than us, the player, because they need to perform on the pitch, and we need to provide during 90 minutes always the calm and the relax for them to perform and feel free to play.
Talk about trust, and you're always upfront and very honest, and we appreciate that. Do you feel that the owners still trust you? Have you heard from the owners?
I didn't hear nothing in another way around. I received a very good text from them. I think we are all together in this, and that is the most important. But of course they are in contact with me and of course the sporting director every day. You're welcome.
Athletic.
Hello.
Have you spoken to Thiago Silva about his wife's post during the Wolves game on social media?
He came today to talk with me.
Did you find out what it was about?
No, I'm not going to to talk about what in the way that we were talking. The important thing, I think he came and wanted to talk with me. And of course, do you know me after more than 10 years, how I am? We are very strong coaching staff and very strong in our way to operate and in the way that we are. And of course, he came to talk, we talk, and I think I don't want to, that was private, and that's it. It's a private things that keep inside of the team.
How is your relationship with Thiago generally?
Well, you can ask. It's good. It's very good. Well, I think so. It's excellent because yes, I think always was good from the beginning. You can see all my press conference or my interview in the way that always I was talking about him.
Thank you.
You're
Ron.
welcome.
I'm not sure. Against Wolves, Stamford Bridge actually brought a couple of players, Raheem Sterling being one of them. But before that defeat, you had a really good form at Stamford Bridge. Just on your personal connection with the fans, do you think that going over to applaud the fans and try to connect with them could create a better atmosphere?
Look, like you read my mind, because I think we were talking about that we need to create a good connection with the fan. The fan need to understand that now you go to Stamford Bridge and it's different Chelsea and different project, different is everything, And yes, I think also it's our responsibility, the players and of course the staff and the club, is the responsibility to create the connection, to find something in between us that really appreciate, And yes, that is a thing that we were thinking the last few weeks, because the fan need from us, to see that we really care about the club and the player. I promise you, and I promise to every single fan that the player want to perform and want to win games. And the player suffer a lot when they are not performing. They feel the responsibility. In some point, they are desperate to receive the love from the fans, but in the same time, they understand the situation. And when you don't perform and you don't get the result, it's normally the fans should criticize us. And of course, this is a scene that we need to create all together. And yes, I think the team will achieve that, and the fans will realize that the player need different support. You know, different need to feel the engagement with the people, with the fans, with the energy. And I think, but of course, that is depend of us also to show that, you know, a great energy, a good energy, and the right energy in every single game that we play. But it's true, the form was good until, you know, until Wolf. I think we suffer a little bit. This I told you after the game against Wolverhampton that maybe after Liverpool we lose a little bit of focus, and it was difficult to prepare quick, you know, the game for Wolverhampton, and was like really, really tough. In a team that need to compete every 3-4 days, like now we are going to compete after 3 days, you know, against Aston Villa. Yes, always is tougher, and yes, the players need to grow and need to be more mature, because like a team, we need to learn from this.
Okay, last two in the broadcast section, Ian and then Martin to finish.
I'm Richard. Is this job being harder than you thought it would be?
That question was before, and I think I explained that, of course, always is a tough job. Of course, it's a difficult job, but in the same time, it's exciting, you know, project, and a project that knowing that it's difficult, and in this type of moment that maybe we are living in a situation that is not nice, we can learn. And I think it's a good opportunity to learn. But I trust. I told the player today in the meeting, I trust in you more than ever. I'm going to support you more than ever. I am not a normal boss. I am the leader. And I don't know to tell you the leader, but how is the leader. But I think I need to reflect in every single action that I really trust. And we really trust, you know, the player that we have. And of course, we are going, you know, to face this momentum with, you know, with strength and knowing that we can bounce back and start to win games.
Last question today, Martin.
Hi, Mauricio.
Martin, how are you?
Can I ask you about the match? There's a match tomorrow. The first game was a good game for both clubs, really. It was a very good 0-0 draw. Can you, when you prepare for tomorrow, do you refer back to that mostly, or the things that have happened in between, conceding 8 goals, does that influence your thinking and change the approach, really? Can you really focus on what was a good Chelsea performance?
No, I think it's true that we played well the game, the first, the game that we play here on Stamford Bridge, and after happened some circumstance, and then we are going to have 1 day less to prepare the game, and of course we play Sunday, they play Saturday, and it was, you know, a game that after the first half I think was nearly done, and yes, I think the circumstance that we arrived are completely different, but in football it's like this, we cannot change the past, only we can affect the future, and yes, we were talking today with the player about to be ready to compete tomorrow. We are going to pay attention, of course, in some similitude that happened in the last few games for them and for us. We need to improve in another, and of course we need to assess our player. Until tomorrow I'm not going to decide the team, because I think it's important to assess the player how they are recovering, and normally we will do some changes, you know, for tomorrow.